This podcast absolutely, unequivocally, positively, 100% contains adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Hey, welcome back to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I'm your host, Me.
And I'm Mrs. Always Right, who doesn't change clothes for months at a time.
Because we're still coming to you from that little trailer park in Denver, Colorado, bringing you part 4 of our interviews from the True Crime and Paranormal podcast.
Yes.
Your shirt still looks good.
Thanks.
It's almost like you haven't had to wash it
or anything. I mean, yeah.
No body odor stains or nothing going on.
Well, I mean, they might be there. I don't know. I didn't mow the yard today, so it is possible they could be there. I'm just trying to hide them and not show everybody. That's what it is.
So we're bringing you the final episode in our interviews, which I think have actually been going pretty well.
I think so too. You know, these people really have given great interviews. You've asked wonderful questions.
I asked the same questions.
Let me pat you on the back, baby.
But I do think I've been a pretty good interviewer, right?
Yes, you absolutely have.
I hope I've captured your passion for your podcast and the genre you're in and what you do. I tell you, I would listen to every one of these podcasts. I'm going to have to find time. It's not like I drive for a living.
Yeah. It's not like you're ever in the car. So, yeah, I am going to have to write these down. So, if I get a chance at work, I can slip my headphones on. I can, what was the name of that? I'll have the list.
You'll have the list.
I can check them out.
And do me a favor, whatever one you listen to, let me know so we can comment and let them know we listen to their podcast and we're here in 100% support. So
yeah, absolutely.
So the next interview we have is from the podcast That's So Fucked Up with Ashley and Fallon. And here we go.
Hey guys, this is Ashley Love Richards.
And I'm Fallon Morey.
And we are the hosts of That's So Fucked Up, the podcast. We're here at True Crime and Paranormal Podcast 2024, having an amazing time. Our podcast is about anything that makes you say, ugh. That's so fucked up. So, paranormal to shark attacks, cults, true crime, murder,
psychological experiments,
MLMs, haunted dolls, whatever. We've got it all. So make sure you listen to us. We're very respectful, but we also bring a little bit of humor because it's a dark and fucked up world. So find us on Instagram or any social media platform.
At TSFU the podcast.
Or tsfuthepodcast.com and follow us and subscribe to us on any listening platform and make sure to leave a rating because that's always so nice. Bye.
So do you see the videography at the end of that one? How I drifted up to That's So Fucked Up?
I like their sign. There was a lot of people, they have that sign there and they want people to take pictures with it.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who took pictures with it. It's really cool. I like it. And I like how, you're just like smoothly. Look, let me show you what it looks like.
No, and I don't know. I have not listened to them yet.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure they got to produce. If you can afford a neon sign for your podcast, you have got to be you banking.
Oh, you banking.
Speaking of neon signs, I think we need one.
Oh yeah,
to help guide me home.
What should it say?
That's so fucked up. But I feel like that's taken.
I'm so fucked up. That's what That's what yours should say. I'm so fucked up. That's absolutely what yours would say. Yes.
Out of all the interviews we're done, have you actually listened to any of these yet?
Unfortunately, so far of the ones that we've done, Bob and Allison are the only ones that I listen to.
But we are going to make time.
Oh, absolutely. I want to listen to every single one. There are others that, the ones that are just really pique my interest. I'm going to have to put them on the bottom of the list. That way I can get through the list. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think you do need to make a list.
I'm absolutely going to
because I'm going to as
list.
Well, right? Going to dive in, and I've kind of started with Brew Crew for a little bit.
Oh, you've already listened? Heck
I've started, yeah. And
nice.
Well, I feel like Mike. It's probably along the lines of a very happier, very northern living Brent.
Yeah. He's like a mirror image, a Canadian mirror image of you.
Can there be a Canadian mirror image of me?
No, nobody's like you. No.
Well, the next podcast we're going to bring you the interview on. These guys are, I say guys. These people are out of Arkansas, where we have talked about retiring.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There,
we went for a ride in Mina.
Uh-huh.
And outside of the tornado.
So not only does everybody know where we live now because of my fuck up, now they know where we're going to retire as well. Thank you very much.
So if you don't know, years ago, right? So September, right? September will be 4 years.
Yes.
And we started this podcast and we're like, I wanted to remain anonymous, right? There's so much bullshit going on.
Yes.
Piss one person off, right?
You know. Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I want to remain anonymous.
Yep.
I told her, I said, babe, we need business cards, but I want them to be me and Mrs. Always Right, and your hosts, me and Mrs. Always Right. But she put our names on there. And
now you wanted our names, but you didn't want our first and last name so people could find us.
And I think you made it where our DNA's on there.
I did put fingerprints,
our address.
DNA,
you put a map to our house.
I put it all on there.
There.
Yeah. You just scan the little thing, and it takes you automatically to Google Maps and shows you where we.
So if you want to come over for a beer, just get our business card.
You know
She put everything on there. Everything.
Did. Well, I was ordering cards anyway, which has, first and last name on it. And it never occurred to me, maybe we don't want our last name on this one. I don't know. But I'm like, you know what? He wants it all on there. We're putting it all
on there. Draw a map.
I did. Exactly. Okay.
Oh, you good?
Oh, you can't talk while I drink, but we can talk while you drink.
I was just letting you clear your throat.
Are you hypocritical there?
I am hypocritical.
Just... Wow.
Ooh,
okay.
Man, we're gonna need Dr. Phil.
I do not want to include your noises you're making while you're trying to get a drink, but me slurping and burping, and, it's all well and good if I'm doing it.
I'm definitely emailing Kenna at diagnosing a murderer. I'm like, just put me on your list. I'm there.
I don't know. Maybe I've got issues, and maybe I need to call her.
I think we all need a therapist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, our next podcast comes to us from Arkansas, our future home state, and this is Murder and Mimosas. Now, I'm okay with murder.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with mimosas.
I tried it once.
It's champagne and
orange juice. Yeah. I tried that. I can take about that much champagne and the rest of it orange juice.
Can we do murders and Bloody Marys? I could do that all fucking day.
If it's a good Bloody Mary, the one I had the other day at the airport was probably...
It really wasn't that bad, though.
No, but it wasn't that good. I feel that the Prom King makes way better Bloody Marys.
All right, here's Murders and Mimosa.
I'm Danica.
And I'm Shannon.
And we are Murder and Mimosas. We are a true crime podcast that focuses on lesser known crimes. We can be found...
You should have let me say the other part. We can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much any place you can find a podcast is where we are at.
Patreon or anything?
We do have a Patreon. It's just Murder and Mimosas Podcast. It is not the most active, but it is a lot of fun games. We are going to get better at it, we promise.
We are all going to get better.
Yes.
Right? So if I'm a first-time listener, what do you have a favorite episode you'd recommend?
Oh, that's a tough one.
We're trying to redo our favorite episode actually right now, or I think it's my favorite. It's the West Memphis 3, since it is in Arkansas, and we're from Arkansas.
Okay.
But we've already found out a lot more information, and we're just redoing it.
Yes.
So,
and we were able to bring in some experts on the case to talk with us in our updated version. So those will be out in the next couple of months, and we're really excited about those.
yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate you taking a little bit of
Thank
time
you.
to interview with me.
Yes.
So one more time, your podcast is?
Murder and Mimosas.
All right. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
So that was Murder and Mimosas.
I wish sometimes these people that, like brew crime and stuff like that, that they would allow people to drink what they do on their podcast. When,
what do you mean, being at the podcast festival to drink?
Yeah,
What are you talking
why
about?
not? And then everybody's drunk.
I snuck my
I'm
fucking
just
beer
kidding.
in there.
Oh, you were not the only one I seen with an alcoholic
And
beverage.
that's why I don't understand. Why were you so mom-ish?
Well, you said something long before I seen anybody else with alcohol.
I wanted to be a leader in this regard.
Okay. I mean, you try. Look at me.
But every time I come up with an idea, it's like, hey, I'm taking my beer down there. You're like, why are you taking your beer down there? Hey, you're not allowed to drink down there. I'm in the GEA. I'm in the ATF. I'm not allowing you to do it. What?
That's not true. Anytime you say anything and I ask a question, why? Because the way you think I'm a mind reader and you say something, I'm just trying to clarify for myself. You think that I'm undermining your decision to do what you want to do. You're a grown man. I am not your mother.
No, you're not.
You do not have to ask my permission to do anything. And whatever you want to do, honey, I'm all behind you doing what you want to do. That's fine.
You haven't been behind me in a long time.
This guy.
I'm just telling you, it seems recently in the last couple of months. So you used to bring up that, I never think of you. I never consider you on what we do. So now, like, wherever we're walking, you're like, when we're going to the airport, you're like, I'm following you, but I want to be by your side.
Okay,
right?
but
we are equals. We are equals. Am I correct?
You choose for us to be equals, and I want to be beside you when I have no idea where we're going, what we're doing. Let's do the airport story.
Let's do the airport story.
So, we get down to TSA to go through all these lines,
yes,
right?
We do.
It's like about a 4-mile walk. You specifically point out to me, this is the machine that I want to use. This machine, that machine. This is what I want to use, right? So
hang on. Before we get into this, right? Before we go in.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to pay attention, my airport travelers, okay? There are 2 different x-ray machines at the airports now. One, and not all airports have them all. There are bigger machines that allow you to not pull your laptop out or take your fucking, you don't got to do all the shit you used to have to do. These are the machines I like to go through because I carry sometimes 2 laptops. I got the fucking iPad. I don't want to pull all this shit out. So these are the machines I look for. And I stated to her, my beautiful wife, right here, that these are the machines I wanted to go through.
Yes.
Now you can
continue with this story.
You
so
may.
Everything I've said so far is completely 100% true.
100% true.
100%
true.
Okay.
All right.
So you specifically say, these are the ones that I want.
These are the ones.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? So we're walking, and you've got this line that leads up to this machine you don't want to go to. This line kind of looks like it leads up to this machine you don't want to go to. This line leads up to this machine that you want to go to. And I say something about getting in that line.
Because you're always contradicting what I want to fucking do.
You did not tell me, babe,
we can
get in any fucking line. Okay, but how rude is that to walk into this line way at the end and just go through and then come all the way down about five machines to get in line here and cut in front of the people who were standing in that line to go in?
Is it really cutting?
It is cutting. You basically get in the line that you want to go in. But I say something about getting in this line, and you get mad about it. You're like,
number one.
And I'm like, first of all, this is the machine you wanted to go in.
How did I do?
And I'm like, what? Don't get mad at me.
No.
You're like, I wanted to go through that line because it was shorter. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not on the machine that you want.
Is that exactly how I sound like?
Exactly.
Look.
What?
Any airport traveler, you guys understand. So we
People
go through
don't
TSA.
People don't like other people cutting from another fucking line.
we go
I'm
through-
telling you, send us a fucking email,
can I
send
get
us
you
a
to-
text. See now that I know something, and
wow.
I'm trying to put something out there, you're like, nope, let me tell my side of the story because my side's right. It's not fucking right. My side's right.
Who's the narcissist here, okay?
You.
Let me tell my fucking story, okay?
You tell your fucking story. You go right ahead.
So me and this beautiful, lovely woman who will never be referred to as a female dog. We're going through TSA. She's like, did you get your ID out? You babe. I go through TSA all the fucking time, right? All the time. So we get up there, we go through the checkpoint, and then we have to go and pick a metal detector line. Not a metal detector. You know how TSA is. We have to go and pick a line. I know the two machines I want. I know the two machines I want, but I want to get a faster line. Right.
Which is like 4 other machines down.
Okay, so then you go through that line, and then you walk to the
cut
right.
in
I
front
don't
of every
give a fuck.
See, no fucking etiquette. You don't care. No empathy. You don't care.
I thought we've established that I don't have empathy.
But I'm trying to make you seem better to all these other people. That's
trying.
what I'm here for. And then you get mad at me because I can't make you seem like a better person who gives half a fucking shit.
I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. You don't, but I want people to think at least you give half a fucking shit. Okay? But if somebody would have done you like that, you would have been a pissed off motherfucker.
No.
You a goddamn lie, because you would have been mad.
Advice from a narcissist. You do what you want.
You do what you want.
So she's
and
still
then
not
if
done
I
though, right?
question anything, you get pissed off.
So we're still not done with the airport story, okay? So we do finally make it through security, right? And that line was a little slow, right? But I did have to pull 87 fucking laptops out of my backpack.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
We get through it.
Yes, we do.
Walk downstairs. You know, she's like, I'm following you. I'm trying to be the type of person that has my woman at my side, right? We go together. Now, I know, right, that you're just as capable of reading the signs as I am. Okay?
Okay.
So we go down, we get on the tram, we go to Terminal C. We ride that train. We almost die because I can't keep my balance at 40 miles an hour.
They go from 0 to 60 and then 60 to 3 in about 4 seconds. The
4
whole
seconds.
Thing, the whole thing. 4 seconds and then another 2 seconds is 0 again. It's
It
like,
is.
what the fuck?
It is.
Yes.
It's Denver Airport.
Yeah.
It's the Illuminati. That's where they live. So we exit the train and we're walking up and we're trying to find our flight. I have my phone up. I know what it's telling me, what gate and all that stuff. No.
I don't have my phone up.
We have to wait at the board that shows our flight. And I got my phone up. I'm like, okay, it's gate A, whatever, gate C, whatever.
But did you say...
Do I have to?
Oh, my God. Nope.
You have a phone,
right?
Just like I do. No,
You're
and I did tell you
everything that you do, and I applaud everything you've ever fucking done. Oh my God!
So I tell my beautiful wife, my co-host, I'm like, babe, this is the gate that the plane's leaving from. No, we have to wait till the board displays our flight and our guy.
No, I told you, our flight's not even on here. So I was thinking maybe because we did go a little bit earlier than, I guess, what most people would do. You know, I said, oh, it's not even on there. Not that I want to stand here and see when it comes on, because I really personally think that we're way too early for our flight to even be listed. Right? But you just continuously stand there too. So I'm like, I guess we're just standing
I'm waiting
here.
on you.
You're not waiting on me.
You're the one who makes the fucking rules.
One that makes the decision.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, because if you don't, you're mad.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No, you think I'm mad. And here's the
Anybody
problem
who
we've
knows
had.
you
No.
knows.
And here's the problem we've had for the last several months, right? she tells me, and you made it a very specific point to mention that now that I have a choice in what we do, I've tried to learn. I've tried to step back. I've tried to give you your credit, listen to what you say. Not that I never have. I always have. But I'm trying to make you feel more a part of this relationship than maybe you have in the past.
Right.
But now that I'm doing that, it's like, I go where you go. I follow you. I do what you do. And I'm like, I thought you wanted to be
do you want to know why? Wait, you want to know why?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay, so I said, now I've got to say so, because it's like, babe, what do you want? What do you want? That's what you're doing to me, right? I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome, right?
Is it?
So I feel I have a choice that I no longer, you're not my father, that I can actually make a decision on my own, right? So I make that decision and I give you the choice. Hey, I want to go do this. Would you like to go? And you're like, no. And I'm like, are you sure? Now, I don't have to go. I can stay with you. And you're like, no, you go ahead and go. And
this is about the Stanley. This is. Okay.
So I go, and then you get mad. You get mad. Oh, you left me. Well, first of all, I gave you a choice to go. Second of all, I said I could stay if you wanted, and you were okay. You're like, no, you want to go. And wait, because I'm not finished yet, right?
No, I can tell. Here, watch. Let's focus on you.
As far as I know, you're a fucking grown man too, right?
I am.
You have a job. You make money, but you're like, hey, bring me something to eat back. Wait, now I gotta bring you something to eat back too? I mean,
where am I going to eat? The fucking bar at the hotel was closed. I couldn't even get an alcoholic beverage.
Oh my God. You know what? We had plenty up in the room.
I wasn't allowed to drink in the fucking gallery because somebody's like, I
wasn't there, remember? I wasn't there. You could have been drinking this whole time.
I could have been.
But, I know how you get sometimes after you had about 6 or 8 or 12.
No, tell me.
No, I'm just, people who know,
they don't.
Yeah, they do. They do. So anyway, but you're mad at me. And I'm like, wait a minute. We had this discussion. I could stay or you could go.
Okay.
And neither of those were, everything was okay with you. And then you get mad. And I'm like, why are you mad? I did get
a little upset at the end.
You did.
Because I was hungry.
You were hangry. And I said something about it.
But
and you're
here's
like,
what I want to know.
Oh, wait.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll wait.
As far as food goes, right? So we DoorDash food to get there about the time that we get there. So
why
everybody
did y'all do that?
Because that way it would get there about the time we got there and everybody could eat at once, right?
Gravy.
So then you're talking about getting a beer from upstairs.
Yes.
And I'm like, I knew that the beer was probably going to be downstairs in the lobby because someone had gone up to get it. So I was going to suggest to you, well, why don't you go up there and get your beer, because you were very adamant that you were eating in the ballroom where we were at. You were very adamant about it.
Because I have a business to run.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's absolutely cool. So I was going to suggest, why don't you go upstairs and get you a beer, and then you come down, the food should be there, grab it, and then come in here, and I will stay until you get back, right? So the first 2 words out of my mouth, I'm not even sure what they were, but I got 2 words out, 2, and it was probably, well, you were like, like a fucking bear, and
what?
I'm like, yes, nope, I'm not eating then, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was gonna suggest, and then, I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm drained at this point. You were draining me.
Because I worked all day.
I work every fucking day.
Yes. Oh.
All day. Every fucking day.
So do I.
Do you?
I mean, I do.
You do work every day. And
just
I work every day.
I'm excellent at my job and I make it look easy. Narcissism.
I mean, could be.
Look, so here it is.
Yes. Tell me. Wait. First of all, let me just ask you: is any word I said in there not 100% true?
From your point of view, it is.
Nope. I promise you, we could ask anybody. There was a few other people noticing what was going on, and they would absolutely agree with me.
Okay, so I'll let you have your side of the anger story.
Yes. Now you tell yours.
So you go off on your trip, and you know what? I wanted you to have a good time. I know this
No, I don't think you did.
Can you shut the fuck up long enough for me to get a word in?
Yep, you tell your story.
All right, can we? All right.
Yes.
I wanted you to go have a good time. I knew this is a place you wanted to see and you had some interest in. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, winning so far, okay?
Winning.
So you go, and it's like hours later. And what? Whoa, I'm not mad. I get it. Calm your tits, Karen. Okay? Calm them tits. All right? But I was at our booth. I was working on behest of our podcast, and sometimes I feel like that. Oh, you're writing this down. She is writing down what she wants to say.
I just
so sometimes I feel like, and here's the issue, right? We do the podcast, and then when we're done, I'm responsible for editing. I'm responsible for putting it out. I'm responsible for getting this all done. And it feels overwhelming sometimes. And then I feel like that you have no interest in maintaining this part of our business. Okay. Now, the time you and I get to spend here is time I very much cherish. You laugh, but it's true, okay?
Okay.
Because even though, like, during this episode, we're arguing,
even though you're mad at me the whole time.
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I get to spend time with you. And you know what? If we get to work our issues out in front of the world, Dr. Phil that shit. I don't give a fuck, right?
Exactly.
So that's where I was. By the time you got back, yes, I was a little hungry. I've been working the booth all day. I've been doing some great interviews. I don't know if you saw them.
Absolutely.
Right? I've been making friends, and I'm trying to grow our business.
Yes.
I just want to know, is this part of our life that you want, or should we done?
No, I enjoy doing it. I absolutely enjoy doing it.
Can I get you to post on fucking social media every goddamn now and then?
Yep.
Okay. See, winning. Sure. We're winning.
If you can get it back on my phone. I don't know why it's not there. Showed it to you. Okay. So I was gone hours, but you knew this place was at least an hour away from where we were at, that the tour we went on was an hour.
Been to Colorado in my life.
I told you all of this. I put all of this out front before.
You did.
You know, it's at least an hour away. The tour's an hour. It's an hour back. That's 3 fucking hours I'm going to be gone. So you're right. I was gone hours, but I told you I was going to be gone hours. So don't be mad at me. You act like I don't tell you anything. I just mad. Do.
I need you to understand.
You were hangry. And
I was hangry.
You were hangry.
But that's the marriage part of it, right? Better or worse? Am I correct?
No.
No, I'm not correct.
You are correct, but
so can we get to our last interview?
Yes, we do have one more
has
interview.
Been waiting and waiting and waiting.
Very patiently.
And
He's
thank
a
you.
Good guy.
Thank you for putting up with our argument, which apparently is not done.
No, we're done. We're done.
Can we fuck the resolve out? Can we fuck the problem out?
Honey, stop. We got interviews here.
Sorry, hypocritical narcissist.
Crawfish and hypocritical narcissist.
You got to bring that up.
Absolutely.
All right, so our next interview comes from Susto, which is the Spanish word for fright, and the host of this podcast is Adrian. Now, he is, from what I understand, in South Texas, and I had a couple of great questions for this guy, so we're going to bring you the interview from the podcast Susto.
You've had great questions on all of them.
Just listen.
Hey, ghoul friends. My name is Adrian or Aiden. Either way, I am the host of Susto. If you don't know what Susto is, it's a Spanish word for fright. And my show is centered on paranormal folklore from Latin American and Hispanic cultures. It's a narrative-driven show with music and sound effects, and after, I like to have conversations about whether or not there are any deeper meanings to these stories. You can listen to Susto anywhere podcasts are available. You can also visit my website, sustopodcast.com, and visit me on every social platform. That's at Susto Podcast.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite episode? Let's say if somebody's never listened to you, where do you want them to jump in?
Oh my God. The thing is, there are so many classic stories that fall under that umbrella. I think one of the classic stories that I really enjoy telling is the story of the girl who danced with the devil. There are so many different versions of that story, and it connects to so many cultures, not only within the Latin American and Hispanic diaspora, but even to other cultures outside of that. It's a great story. I grew up hearing that it happened in my neck of the woods in the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas, but I've also heard of it happening in places like New Mexico, San Antonio, and even Poland.
So I have a personal question.
Yes.
Is Chupacabra real?
Oh my God. I've never seen one. I don't know. It could just be a really ugly dog or something. But I know that there was a really big craze in Puerto Rico, that there were multiple sightings of chupacabras. So again, I haven't seen one, but I wouldn't doubt it.
So, hey, I thank you for giving me the time for an interview. I appreciate it. And thanks. You got your website and everything.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Well,
And
look
that-
at you go.
I know. That was our last interview.
Can you
And-
believe it?
So for you and I, this is the longest we've ever sat in the studio recording episodes, right? We're going to end up
Yes.
turning this into 4 episodes.
4 episodes
with
with
that
one
being
good
said-
argument. In
With
it,
that being said, I'm
apparently.
sorry I fucked your whole fucking life up.
Oh my
I'm
God,
sorry,
you should
Adrian.
be.
You had to wait for that fucking interview and that whole fucking Dr. Phil session at Bone.
Sorry.
And then not only did we get through, so I had to wait for the board. Sorry, Adrian. This is more about us than you.
Wow.
We get to our gate,
Mhm.
right? I set up my computer. I'm gaming. I'm killing time. Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad
Why do you feel bad?
because I got a way to kill time and you're just sitting there.
I watched YouTube.
Did you?
I did.
Fell Army?
No, I watched some people that I watch on YouTube.
Oh, and then
You
these
know.
2 motherfuckers sat down. You went, I think that's when you went to go get the ice cream, which that shit was rich and creamy, by the way.
Okay, good.
That
You
ice cream
enjoyed
was
it?
fucking good.
I said, hey, the ice cream's down
Shit.
there. I couldn't find it. Of course, you didn't go past where you were going. So
How much further down
it
was
was at 27. So literally, it was like
Literally.
just right past where you went to the bathroom. It's fine.
How do I know?
Well, it could have been because your wife told you that it was down there and you said by the bathroom. And I'm like, I don't know where the boys' bathroom is. I know you go down just a little ways.
Was it
and
the
you
tea
will
and
see
coffee
it.
shop?
Tea and coffee shop.
That's the
It was
last thing
right
I
across
wasn't
the
fucking hiking through the
it
different
was right across
Okay,
from this
look.
big station because the only reason why I found it because the little store that was right there, but I guess between your bathroom and my bathroom, that little store right there didn't have mints like you wanted. So I had to walk down a little further and there was a great big store and that's where I found mints and that's where I found the little pretzel place and the ice cream place was right in the middle. So
Well, awesome.
yeah. Anyway,
I didn't even know what I'm saying. Oh,
I don't
so
know.
these 2 motherfuckers, you went to go get the ice cream, right?
Okay.
And this older guy and this kid sat down right next
Oh
to
yeah.
him.
You know what?
You saw him?
Yeah,
Look,
because
I was
when
about
I
to
come
jump
in-
up. I was about to jump up and go fucking ham on some people in Denver airport, man.
Because you know what? Did you notice when I come back, I just fucking sat right back down in my
As
seat,
you
right
should.
next to
As
where
you fucking
they were sitting.
should.
I don't care. My stuff was right here, not hiding, but preserving my area that I was
That's
setting
true.
in. My phone was plugged up. My bag, all that stuff was right in front of where I was sitting. So when I come back, I just sit right back in it.
Had these motherfuckers touched your shit, I'd be on the Denver news. That's all I'm telling you.
Oh, no, I feel you because that's why when you got up to go, I guess, walk around, stretch your legs, whatever you were doing, and I got up and got your headphones, it was because,
Oh, 'cause
people were
somebody
just
was hovering, right?
It just kind of hovering. And I seriously, I just think she was getting her phone. She was It wasn't a young kid. So, and I'm not
But you
saying
can't
old
trust
people.
anybody.
I'm not saying old people don't steal, because they do, I guess. But
You can't trust anybody.
you can't
these days.
trust anybody.
Nope.
And I was like, I will jump over this table and tackle somebody if they grab your computer or start running after them. And
Oh my God!
something.
I should have paid somebody to try to grab my fucking computer.
Oh, dude, it would have been on.
that would have been fucking great.
But I was like, these
And vice
headphones are
versa.
tiny.
And no matter how much, I'm going to tell you right now, no matter how much you and I argue, especially over this fucking piddly ass bullshit that's been happening between us lately, okay? Let somebody cross you. Don't think I
No,
won't
I
call
get
Bob
it.
Mata.
I
I'll
get it.
fucking beat their fucking ass and call Bob, be like, I need a lawyer.
I need a lawyer.
Need a
Come
lawyer.
help me out. So
Come help me out.
yeah. So
That
no,
or
I
Raven,
get
one
it.
of the two. Whoever's closer.
Yeah. Well, Raven and them are what, New Mexico?
New Mexico.
And Bob is up in like Chicago.
Chicago.
So, I mean, Texas is the biggest state they're going through anyway. It doesn't matter. So, yeah.
Maybe I should become a serial killer and then I'll call Bob Mata for my attorney.
Oh, okay. And then he can make you famous.
Well, I would have to
not
waive
that
my
these
attorney
people
privilege.
were not already famous anyway,
So-
it was very public.
So how outrageous do I got to go to like top everybody else?
I don't know.
What's my body count got to be?
Well, to be a serial killer, technically, I think it has to be 5 or more.
5 or more? Whoa. So we have a quota on being a serial killer?
I think that there is a quota, yes, for a serial
quota
killer.
the wrong word?
It's the easiest way to put it. But I think that there are limitations or certain what is the word I'm looking for? Certain criteria to meet for this just a killing or
Do I have
and we
to be
don't
in a
really
cult?
use no, and we don't really use serial killer as much as we do mass murderers now.
I don't want to be a
the
mass
same
murderer.
yeah.
No, it's not the same thing.
I don't think it is either.
It's not.
It's
A mass
completely
murderer
is somebody who
kills
does it
all at
at
once.
one time. Yes.
A serial killer is methodic,
yes.
plans it out,
Oh,
and makes a good podcast.
absolutely. So there is another podcast that I am going to have to write down on my list that you did not interview, but they, I guess they have a podcast that is a long drawn out process or something over a very
Kind of like Bob does, right? Bob does a serial podcast,
Yes.
right? Episodic.
yes.
Yes.
And they do that over a serial killer that I'm very interested in.
And who is that?
That was a Camping in the Pines or something. It was the campers. Remember?
Oh yeah, I did not get to interview
You did
them.
not get to interview
I
them.
couldn't get to
but-
everybody.
No, I know. And those guys seem really cool, but it was I'm definitely I did get a sticker so I know exactly who it is, y'all. And maybe on the next episode I will remember who it is and we can just, put them out there or whatever, but I definitely want to listen to them as well.
If you want to contact us, that's at meandmrsallwaysright@gmail.com. Our intern Trevor handles all complaints.
Yes. Yeah. Also check us out, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. And we're definitely gonna have several links on all of our episodes on YouTube. So
Guess who's got to edit all that?
yeah, I'm not real sure how that's going to carry over to X or anything, but we'll get it out there, and I'm really looking forward to this. And you know what? I might actually be able to listen to this at work and won't be laughing my head off at people telling me to get out of the
It's
room.
just like 4 episodes of serious shit, right?
Yeah,
So, okay.
it's not really serious though, but it's not like our normal episodes where I'm laughing from start to finish and
I'm
people think
glad.
I'm an idiot.
So if you want to help support this podcast, you can do that at patreon.com/me and Mrs. Always Right. There you will get pre and post show content right along with unedited episodes. I'd also like to thank Roadcat Media for attending the True Crime and Paranormal Podcast, and producing this episode of Me and Mrs. Always Right.
Yeah.
You can reach them for all your audio and video editing needs at rollcatmedia@gmail.com.
Sweet.
Can you tell I just progressively have gotten drunker and drunker?
Oh,
and
that's
drunker?
Definitely a podcast that I want to talk about.
Is my alcoholism?
Yes, absolutely. Alcoholism.
Write that shit down. Here, look, you got a fucking notebook right here. Look.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been writing on it, and I don't want to take it
No,
from
this
you.
is mine for my podcast.
Mine.
In this
No,
one,
I got you.
is look all the episode notes from before.
Yeah, no, I got
I
it.
didn't start this. Look, I didn't start this fucking notebook until episode. That
135.
137.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But it's to help me keep track of what I'm editing.
Right.
All right, I love you, babe.
All right, well, I love you too.
Sexy time?
Yes.
Or we still have time? It's
Yes.
way past your bedtime.
Nope, we got time.
All right, love you.
All right, love you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.